All right, everybody, so picked up a lifer. All right, guys, so quick stop at Busk Pond. We tried to find the screech owl and couldn't find it, but we picked up some cool species like a yellow warbler singing in a tree and a lesser goldfinch as well. And then we also picked up some wood ducks, which you know is my favorite duck. But we're on our way to Antelope Island, and I'm gonna give you tips on how to prepare for global big day and how to have a big day in general. So stay tuned and let's see what we can find. All right, everybody, so picked up a lifer, a snowy plover. The shots are super distant. We were able to see it through the scope. I'm here with my friend Annie again. And then my friend Will back there running to his scope. So picked up a snowy plover, absolutely amazing. Super happy to get that on the life list. Let's go. But yeah, today we're gonna be talking about some tips and tricks on how to prepare for a big day. And I have 5 tips for you. So hopefully these will help you as you prepare for Global Big Day that comes up on the 11th of May, and we'll see what other birds we can find today as well. All right, so first tip for planning a big day and being successful is to plan a strategic route. It's very important that you plan a route that you're not backtracking during, that you can kind of make a loop. So you want to make it as efficient as possible. You want to make it kind of a loop formation so you can hit hot spots all along your route so you don't have to have long stretches of driving as well. This will help maximize your time. It'll also help maximize how many species that you can see during a single day. Annie just picked up a coyote out here on the causeway, so pretty cool. I know that's pretty super common canine mammal that you can see throughout the United States, but I always get excited when I see coyotes. So coyote out on the causeway, we're gonna head up, and there's a big group of shorebirds that we're gonna pick through real quick. All right, so second tip for planning a big day is you wanna scout out sites for potential rarities or just birds in general that you need for your checklist. It's good to know exactly where to go before you get there to see specific things. So spend some time before your big day to scout out the sites out there, look for specific bird species, and then any rarities as well, so you can go straight to them on your big day and not waste any time whatsoever. There's so many shorebirds out here. There's dunlins, western and least sandpipers, so just so much cool stuff to pick through on Antelope Island. If you're ever in the area, check out the causeway before you get to the island. That's where you're gonna get such amazing birds. Tip number 3 is make sure that you don't stick around in one spot for too long. I think a lot of birders, including myself, we tend to want to linger and see what else is around and keep on looking and keep on looking. But when you're doing a big day, you want to kind of see what's there and then move on to the next spot. That'll help you get a more diverse checklist. I've made a lot of mistakes where I've gone and looked and looked and looked in one area for over a couple hours, and I just shouldn't have stayed around for that long. So if you want to have a bigger day list, move on from those spots quickly and promptly, but also make sure you have that balance of you're getting a good sample, you're getting a good amount on your checklist while you're there, and then move on. Don't linger and look for that 1 or 2 species that you might add to your list later on. Just picked up some Franklin's gulls. I mean, we've picked up a ton of stuff. I just can't film everything because I'm getting a little bit overwhelmed. There's so much stuff out here. But Franklin's gulls, you can tell them apart from the Bonaparte's gulls because the Franklin's gulls have a red bill during breeding seasons. Let me know out of that flock of shorebirds that I just filmed, and pause it where you want to. Well, what did you pick out from that flock? Leave it in the comments below. Let's see how good your birding skills are. Picked up another lifer, a red-necked phalarope. So that's pretty amazing. Really happy to see that bird. And it's amongst this just massive group of eared grebes. There's a few horned grebes out there. I did a quick scan for you guys so you can see, but just an immense amount of birds here at Antelope Island, and it's getting close to, peak migration. So we're picking up a lot more new stuff every week that we come here. Luckily we have the scopes here with Will and Annie, and we're gonna continue on, see what else we can find, and yeah, give you a couple more tips. So next tip for planning a big day is make sure you listen. This is so important. I see a lot of people who go out on big days and they only count what they see. And that's okay if you want to do that, if that's your personal preference. However, your checklists aren't going to be as accurate without what you hear as well. And you will get so many more species by counting what you hear. So it's okay if you have your personal preference of, I don't want this lifer on my list if I can only hear it. But for big day purposes, you will get more species by using your ear and hearing abilities. So make sure you're listening to the birds around you. Picked up some spotted sandpipers just here off the bridge here at the causeway. Those are really cool birds to see. We're gonna head over to these burrowing owl location, see if we can get better shots of that. And yeah, let's see what else we can find today. So I picked up good shots of some cliff swallows. They were posing on a bridge for us. And then I also picked up good shots of barn swallow as well. So we're gonna keep on going, see what else we can find. Quick stop at the visitor center. And then we're gonna head over to the burrowing owl. Picked up really good shots of the burrowing owl this time. The grass is a little bit tall, but you can see its head up above the grass and swiveling around. We have now made it to Gar Ranch, and so we're gonna see what birds we can find here, and then I'll finish off with a few more tips. All right, so the next big day tip that I have for you is make sure you plan a variety of different habitats to visit. If you're just visiting wetlands all day, you're only going to get the same birds over and over and over again. You need to mix up habitats, get some forest in there, get some desert in there, get some shrubs in there, get some more wetland type habitat, some ponds. You have to mix things up. If you don't mix things up, you won't get a variety of species. So make sure you're planning different habitats to visit, because that's the only way you're going to find and optimize different amounts of birds to see. Picked up lazuli bunting, so that is a beautiful bird to add to the list for the day. Here's Will. But we're just sitting here looking for a few extra species to add to our list. We'll be wrapping things up shortly. Quick bonus tip for you as well. Make sure during a big day you're having fun. Birding is about having fun. If you're not having fun, then maybe you should tone it down a little bit. Maybe you should stop, because birding is about having fun. So just make sure that you're having fun and a good time. And that's my final, probably most important tip for you. Remember that any checklist that you submit on May 11th counts for Global Big Day. So make sure you go out there and bird. Let me know in the comments below, are you participating in Global Big Day this year? Thank you so much for joining me on this journey. I hope to see you all next time on Bright Eyed Birding.